are from Uitm 1104C. Today we want to provide some video tutorial how to install operating system. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nur Azri.
And my name is Muhammad Nashukri bin Hamza.
My name is Adrina binti Ismail. My name is Ra'ai Shakira binti Muzaha.
Okay, firstly, I will show you the first step of OS installations. Firstly, we should have these two items, which is the name is VMware Workstations Installer and Windows 10 32-bit system file.
Alright, after we install the VMware software, it should be like this. And then we double click to open it.
Then next, we continue to next step. We click this, create a new virtual machine, and then it pop up this.
Okay, before we proceed, we use the software, VMware software, because we use the pirate version to install the Windows 10s. Next step, we choose the custom button and we click next button.
Okay, after that, proceed to the next step. Make sure the hardware compatibility is workstation 14X and check all the information like this and proceed to the next button.
Okay, for the next step, just operating system installation. So we choose the installer disk image and we browse and select the Windows 10 file and open it.
Okay, for the next steps, we click next button, and then for here we choose Windows 10 32. It is because the file is Windows 10 32, so we choose it and then we click next.
The next step, make sure the location at C and we click next button.
Okay, proceed to the next step. Here we can see the processor configuration. Make sure all the number is 1. Number of processor is 1, number of core processor is 1, and total processor core is 1. And then click next button.
Okay, this step is memory for the virtual machine. We can choose the space that we want, but we choose 1 GB only and click next.
Then for network type, we choose the button for do not use a network connection, and then we click next.
For the next step, we click next button.
Okay, for this step, we should select a disk. Make sure we choose this option, create a new virtual disk, and then proceed to the next button.
Okay, the next step is specify disk capacity, and the maximum disk size is 16 GB, and we click next.
And then for specify this file, we make sure it is Windows 10 VMT, and then we click next.
The next step, we check all the information here and then click finish.
This is the final step of OS installation. Now we can see the virtual machine has been created by their specification, which is it shows a memory, processor, hard disk, and etc. So we click the power on this virtual machine. Okay, now this virtual machine has loading the installation operating system.
Alright, this step is we need to choose the language for the Windows and make sure English, and we click next.
Then for the next steps, we click the install now to install it.
Alright, proceed to the next step. This one, the pop-ups windows come out to ask you to active the windows. If you don't have the product key, you want to active the windows later, you can click this button. I don't have product key.
For the next step, select the operating system you want to install. We select Windows 10 Home and we click next button.
And then the next step, it pop up the Microsoft software license terms. So we need to read all of it, and then we choose accept the license terms, and then we click next.
Alright, for this section, we need to choose which type of installation that we want. So we choose custom, install window only, advanced, and we click that.
Next, it asks us where do you want to install the Windows. So we choose drive or unallocated space, and then we click next button.
This is the installing Windows process. Now you can see the status of installing Windows. The first phase is copying Windows file. Now it's complete the first phase. Now it's proceed to the next phase. Is getting files ready for installation. This is shows the percentage of process installation. This is take times about 1 hour.
Screen reader, press the Windows, Control and Enter keys at the same time to turn on the rater. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in.
Alright, this is the final step. That after Windows has installation is complete, it should be like this. The screen should be asked to select the region. So we select UK and then click yes. Then just wait for a moment.
Second, for the keyboard, we use UK language.
Just wait for a moment. Step is let's connect to a network, so we skip for now. Just wait for a moment.
So next, for the it asks us to rename this PC. So we rename it as user, and then we click next.
Okay, for the memorable password, we choose
We choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and next.
and we click next.
So for the next step, it asks us, do we need to make Cortana as your personal assistant? So it is an optional for us either to choose yes or no. But we can setting it later. So for now, we choose it no.
Just wait for a moment.
So for the voice, we choose don't use speech recognition because we can setting after this. So we choose this and we click accept button.
Alright, this section we need to select to let Microsoft use the location or not, but we can set later. So now we choose no. Okay, for the next step is find my device. It's for security. If your laptop is loose, and then we choose no, yes, sorry, and we click accept.
Okay, proceed to the next step. Here Windows as user and approval to send diagnostic data to Microsoft. Here I choose full option to provide more diagnostic data that can send to the Microsoft, that can Microsoft fix any problem that occur in this Windows. Then click next.
So for the improved inking and typing recognition, we choose yes because it can improve the recognition. So we click yes and accept button. Dah ambil gambar.
Okay, for the next steps, it asks us to get tailored experience with diagnostic data. So either we choose yes or no. We decide to choose yes because to let the Microsoft can offer us the tailored experience based on the diagnostic data. So we accept it.
Okay, this section, the Microsoft want to let apps use advertising ID, and we have yes and no. So we choose no because maybe less relevant to us. And click accept. Just wait for a moment.
Okay, this is our Windows 10 Home Edition. This is the successful OS installation that we have done. Here we can see the Windows function, start menu. It's complete, right? Okay, here we can see the apps that are in Windows 10. This is some example of apps that provide in Windows 10. For example, I open the Photos apps.
And finally, we did it.
And this is the Internet Explorer in Windows 10. So everything's working fine. That's all from our video tutorial of operating system installation process. Alright, so say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, overall, this Windows 10 has successfully installed using the VMware workstation software, which is using this software, it's didn't effect to the main Windows and didn't effect to the personal data, which is you can see here. This is provide two Windows. This is Windows 10 and this is the main Windows. Okay, that's all.